Nancy Pelosi said this morning that there is not going to be a wall in this deal, but she did say she'd be open to other kinds of physical barriers. Would you accept that?
No, because if there's no wall, it doesn't work. She's just playing games. So if there's no wall, it doesn't work. If you go to Tijuana and you take down that wall, you will have so many people coming into our country that Nancy Pelosi will be begging for a wall. She'll be begging for a wall. She will say, Mr. President, please, please give us a wall.
It's the President of the United States in the Oval Office yesterday. Let's bring in NBC News correspondent Cal Perry. Cal, you were just back from the Rio Grande Valley. The president also said yesterday that the border wall is under construction. There's more being designed, more on the way. What was the status of that wall from where you sat?
Yeah, listen, if you think this stuff doesn't make any sense, boy, have I got a story for you. RGV3 is what Customs and Border Protection calls it. We can put up one of the documents we were able to get off of them. This is from funding from last year, the $1.5 billion for quote-unquote border security. So the Trump administration is building wall. Now, there's lawsuits galore. There will be huge gaps in this wall. One of these stories is a tiny little church right on the Rio Grande River, and unless a judge steps in, Willie, that church is going to end up on the Mexico side of the border wall. Bells before dawn, praying before the light in La Lomita Chapel, built in 1899. The government wants to seize this frontier land for its wall. What does it mean to be a priest at a small historic chapel along the Rio Grande River?
It's sweet. It is sweet.
Does it feel like a frontier?
Well, it keeps us in touch with the frontier, I guess.
This tiny chapel is at the heart of the Trump administration's bid to potentially seize land, securing the border in this section of Texas. Now, when you look at that map on paper, it makes sense. Put the wall along the levee, right? The problem is, once that wall is in, everything south of the wall to the river, including La Lomita Chapel, becomes isolated. You must interact with migrants. You must see migrants come through here.
Sure, sure.
The church, the father, the community in the middle of a national debate.
And I looked around in the dark. Back in the back was a whole bunch of young fellows from Guatemala, just scared to death. Then they asked me if I could take them to town. I said, I would love to take you to town, but if we get caught, I'll be in more trouble than you will.
The Catholic Church believes they have a responsibility to protect migrants.
I had a fellow tell me a few years ago, he said, well, if that's what the church teaches, I don't want to be a Catholic. And I said, well, that is what the church teaches. If you were that poor guy trying to help his family survive, what do you think you'd be doing? You'd be doing, if you had the balls, you'd be doing what he's doing.
With more apprehensions here in the Rio Grande Valley than anywhere else along the border, Customs and Border Protection is constantly on the lookout. Border Patrol helicopter went overhead, and that must be a unique position to be in with members of the congregation.
You can imagine there are people who live in fear already of the Border Patrol. Look at those guys. You think they're looking at us? It's only me.
And they're right here, right behind the church.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Border Patrol agents, along with local law enforcement, were here with President Trump on January the 10th. Like many of his trips to the border, it was quick. A photo op, a listening session. The sheriff of Hidalgo County had a blunt assessment of the visit.
He didn't meet with me. He hasn't met with any border sheriff. And I'm talking about from San Diego to Brownsville.
Like Father Roy, Sheriff Guerrera is tasked with protecting the church, a job made all the more complicated by the proposition of a wall.
When they need services from law enforcement, they need services from fire department, medical emergency, it just adds more time, and that's just not fair.
What do you make of the La Lomita Chapel?
It's very, very peaceful, and so to build a wall on that chapel, it's just not the right thing to do.
What's it like living here? I mean, people say we need a wall for safety.
I really don't think so. We lived here so many years, and it's nice and peaceful.
You hear the president say it's unsafe without a wall.
That's not true. I come here, I bring my grandchildren. You see a lot of people that come and walk their dogs. I've never had any fear that somebody's going to pop out and hurt me.
Is this a safe place to live here?
There are a lot of misconceptions, but we are. Aren't we ranked one of the safest cities? We are. So that's really nice.
And then they want to have an enforcement zone, which would mean there'd be a big 150-foot caliche road where they could go up and down with the military vehicles. So the whole peaceful, serene silence of La Lomita, the spiritual atmosphere would be spoiled.
Now, as the Trump administration makes parts of Texas Mexico again, Father Roy is not exaggerating when he talks about what that wall is going to look like. Take a look at some of these federal court documents that we had pulled. This is from the U.S. government. Roads, fencing, vehicle barriers, security lighting, cameras, sensors. It's basically turning into a demilitarized zone down there. Here's the response from the Catholic Church, just to show you what we're setting up for. This could be a Supreme Court battle at some point, as they quote, fact, greatly intrude upon the defendant's property and First Amendment right of freedom of religion. Willie, this is shaping up to be a long court battle about the identity of this country.
So, Cal, has the government explicitly threatened to use eminent domain in this case? And if it does use eminent domain, what happens? Can La Lomita survive that?
No, they won't survive the eminent domain argument if the court accepts it. What they're saying right now is we want to get on the land, we want to survey the land, and if the survey goes well, this is where the wall is going to go. What they're doing, Willie, is they're taking sections of federally owned land on either side of the church. They're putting the wall up there first so that they can better make that argument in court.
Eminent domain, of course, is an idea, a concept that so many conservatives and Republicans have rejected over the years, but perhaps the president will be using it here. Cal Perry, great report down along the border. Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.